So, hello officially, guys. Sorry for the late. This internet is not cooperating actually. Still having problems with that. But welcome anyway to talk. This is an advanced chat, of course, and we're here to talk on advanced. Actually enjoyed quite a lot. It's about creativity, what we're going to work here the following hours. I would very much like you to confirm me if you are. Look at my screen. I'm trying to share you my screen. So progressively confirming if you can see it, please.
I cannot see the screen, not yet.
All right, wait a second. Give it a chance and you tell me.
All right.
Stephanie,
Okay, now I can see your screen. I can see your screen, yeah.
now you can see.
Now I can see this.
Everyone?
Me too.
Me too.
Cool. Then let's proceed. Here you have it. The link of the conversation via WhatsApp to Stephanie. Apparently, she cannot access by any other way that isn't cell phone.
I'll try.
Meanwhile, let's begin. Creativity and innovation. There's a quote from Thomas Edison. There's a way to do better, find it. This is a cool topic. I would very much like you to all first introduce and tell me what do you think is creativity and innovation and how they are linked to each other. Anyone?
We are not seeing your screen. Well, I can see it.
Guys, I'm asking you to introduce yourself and tell me what do you think about creativity and innovation.
Well, I can start with. My name is Nico Velasquez. I'm 22 years old and I'm studying materials engineering at the USB. That creativity and innovation is the most important skill that a human being can have, especially in the area that I'm studying. You can solve a lot of problems, the modern human problems can only be solved through innovation and the use of creativity.
Very well. Who else?
Hi, my name is Genesis Barrios. I am 21 years. I study social mass media at SAR and international affairs at UCB. And I think that the question is, what do you think about the innovation and creative? Yes. Mariano.
Yep, it's about it.
Well, I think that is necessary. Is really necessary that in anything project you need a particular innovation and creative, and the creative is necessary for create new things for.
Very well. Then let's proceed with.
Hi,
Hello.
Mariana. I'm 23 years old.
All right, Mariana.
I'm studying at the UCB Education. I'm currently in the 5th year. As Miguel and Genesis have said, I think innovation and creativity are skills that help you with solving problems, creating new ideas, new solutions. That's it.
Very well. Let me send this email to your partner because apparently she is still having problem to get in. Yes, she can.
Well, my name is Robert. I'm 22 years old. I study accounting at Unimed, and regarding creativity and innovation, I think it's an interesting topic, and also a complicated one because I think it's hard for people to learn how to be creative or innovative. I think it's something that is already in your skill set, and you simply let it flow and let it be. And on the other hand, I also think both concepts are very important in order to develop any society, because um, from innovation and creativity, really interesting things are developed. And For instance, new companies are created, and also new products are launched into the market, and it's what has led societies and the whole world to be a more interesting and advanced place to be in.
Very well. It's interesting that you're pointing out, actually, Robert, because that is one of the stuff about creativity and innovation. If it can be taught or learned, if there's a method for it, or if it's just something that comes natural. It's so crucial. Both concepts happen to be quite crucial nowadays, especially for business, companies, and most of the working environment in general. But a little bit later, for this moment, let's think about. I would very much like to break the rules of this chat and to ask you, well, you can see right now a lot of people who are on the screen creative. I would like you to suggest to bring to the discussion someone, some famous people, some famous case that you consider are creative and you think so. Thought.
Well, I think that the most creative minds, well, my favorite creative minds, I think that the best examples could be Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, and so on.
All right. What do you think? What makes you believe that they are creative? Explain. Go ahead.
I think that mostly because their achievements improve our society and let us grow. Because of, for example, Nikola Tesla used his creativity, his imagination, to create and develop new technology that later on we use every day.
Very well. Who's next? Anyone? Guys.
Well, I think that
Well,
the common in this in with these people is the interesting to change their concepts, because every because all of of these people in that moment had a interesting to change their relative reality, sorry.
Very well. Who else wants to point out about which people you think are or us creative is creative? And
For instance, I consider Romulo Gallegos a creative person, and also J.K. Rowling. I feel she's extremely creative. And also the creator of Game of Thrones. I don't know his name. It's something Lewis, or I think. Um, I mean, those people are very creative by the stories they've written. I consider that because of the level of detail they have imagined and described their stories.
and I believe you are missing to speak on this one. Ariadna, you're there?
I'm sorry, my I'm on my cell phone and it kind of crashed. I'm glad it didn't kick me out of the conversation. I'm sorry. The question was to
The
talk
question was,
about someone who is creative.
yeah, someone you consider is creative and why?
Well, I think I heard everyone talk about specific people, so I'm going to go with all the entrepreneurs who have a project in mind and keep them up and go with it, go with them until they accomplish their goals. I think, for example, app developers see or find necessities, and with their creativity and their innovation skills, they manage to try and satisfy these needs and well create new solutions for people or new methods to make life easier, for example.
Very well. Now the thing is, when we tend to speak about creativity, we quickly understand then, let's say, something related with solving, with breaking or thinking out of the box. So, do we really know what it's to be a creative person? Thing that we often use as a word. You are quite creative, but what the word would be your definition of creativity? To answer that? Guys?
Can see your screen.
You can't.
Yeah, I can.
Let me start sharing. In any case, I just made a question. Can I answer?
Yeah. For me, I don't know if it's my cell phone or if it's the internet connection, but I really couldn't understand because it got cut and your sound very your voice comes out very slowly, so I don't know. I didn't understand. I'm sorry. Could you repeat, please?
The question was, what is the definition of creativity for you? Because there is quite a debate about which is the proper definition. How would you define the word creative?
Ay, mami, ya no quiero más.
It's really hard to have a definition of creativity. I do relate it to problem solving, and with, as you said, thinking outside the box, and also, yeah, thinking differently, finding new, not specifically solutions, but finding even new ways to express yourself.
Very well. That is certainly a way to see it. Anyone else wants to provide his own definition?
I think it is a process in which you come up with with ideas that are different to the things you see around you or that you believe are um, yeah, that didn't exist before. Like you feel it's completely new. I think that's something uh, of what I think about
Well, I think that creativity is are a lot of skills that a person have to innovate something.
All right, let's see what we have here. Creativity is defined as the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that might be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining others. Creativity is any act that changes an existing domain, or that transforms an existing domain into a new one. Have that is an individual thinking process relating to any activity. Anything can be a product of creativity, and certainly everyone can be creative in the way to do anything. Now, that what does this mean? Creativity is essentially about changing the status quo. Can you better? This is a better question. Can you identify, for instance, a company that in the way they do things or through the way of what they do, you feel that company somehow, give me examples, organizations, business, companies, whatever, are creative.
I think that in our especially case, in our special case, sorry, uh, Polar is a pretty good example of being creative because even in a crisis that we're living, they are finding ways to solve some problems and keep making their products with the same quality as as when as when we wasn't on crisis.
Right, that's interesting. What about you guys?
Excuse me?
Feel it's interesting. I would like to know the opinion of your Ariadne, and it's just definitely. Are you there?
I'm still thinking of examples.
Oh, well, at least I. Oh, yes. Stephanie, you're talking. It seems you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Well, an example that comes to my head it's Coca-Cola, I guess. Um, yeah, and Apple, of course.
We feel those are companies that qualify for this. That's a question for you.
Hmm?
No, I'm waiting for Robert's answer, but I don't know if he's still. Well, since he's not, anyone have an example of a company or organization that you feel are creative? Is creative?
Disney.
Well, yeah, did you get it?
I said Disney. I don't know if you can listen me.
I'm asking. Yeah, and I'm asking you why. Why you feel Disney is a creative company?
Because they are always creating new movies to attract people. And for example, if you go to the parks and things like that, you feel like if you were, I don't know, like 14 years old or something like that.
All right, good explanation. Well, so far for creativity. Let's see about innovation. When someone asks you what is innovation, what do you say? What is innovation for you guys? Who wants to answer?
I think that innovation is the form to show people a new vision or a strategy about something. Uh, well, I I believe that I believe that with the innovation you can create a own style or a own idea.
Well, Mariano disconnected. I think he's having trouble with his internet too.
Yes, he mentioned that in the beginning.
His
Mm.
connection got lost.
Yeah, he left the call. Let's wait until he can come back, hopefully.
I think he's cursing Maduro right now.
Aren't we all?
Yes. Nos sale que se te desconectó, que te desconectó. Nos sale que se te desconectó, que te saliste la llamada, que se te desconectó.
Mm,